the government put the climate change bill in place because the issue cannot really be addressed on a voluntary basis. But ultimately, we need to have a structure. Everybody knows where they stand. Everybody knows what we're trying to do at the same time.
The Kyoto Protocol plans a mandatory reduction of greenhouse gas emissions by 33%. Bush's alternative plan is a voluntary plan to reduce emissions by 4.5% over the next 10 years. Bush also plans on using most of the money that could go towards reducing emissions to research global warming, because he claims to believe that there is no scientific evidence to support that global warming is even happening. So why don't you just tell us the name and a little bit about what you do with the environment?
I'm an environmental scientist, and I've been working as an environmental scientist since 1972. I started off when I was a sophomore in college.
Do you feel our government's doing enough to stop the release of greenhouse gases and issues on global warming?
Federal government?
Any level of government, specifically the higher level.
I think the state governments are doing their best to meet that objective. There's a lot of greenhouse gases that we need to be concerned about, primarily water vapor and carbon dioxide and methane. Carbon dioxide is probably the most widely publicized greenhouse gas, but methane and water vapor are also important too.
Do you think the president's plan of a 4.5% reduction, 4.5 voluntary reduction over the next 10 years will be as effective as Kyoto, and why?
George Bush?
Yeah.
Well, I'll be blunt. I think George Bush is not addressing the issue. The Clinton administration, much as they were maligned by other people, in fact, were very much pro-environment, where the Bush environment is very anti-environment and actually anti-science. Just to take this on an aside, it's causing a great problem in colleges because of that policy. But back to your question, no, I don't think they're doing enough. In fact, I think they're not doing anywhere enough.